Hey folks, welcome back. Sorry, this is a very late update on the Saturday morning Oilers game. I did question my ability to watch both that game and Sunday's game in my last review, and I was able to watch them both actually, because on Saturday I had a basketball tournament and went awesome, went well. I was the greatest player of all time. No, I didn't score a point, but I was good on defense. The point is, is that was going on during the basketball or during the hockey game. Wasn't sure I was going to be able to watch it, and I would have broken my streak for a couple of years. But I figured the tournament was more important because it was a good way to meet people, get exercise, and all that kind of stuff. But and I should also say, it was a church related one, and my mom was saying God doesn't care about your Oilers watching streak. Evidently, he does because one of the church leaders there rolled out a TV in time for the game to have it playing, and so when my team wasn't playing, I was able to watch it, which was actually most of the game except for the first Oilers goal. No, the first two Oilers goals I missed, which I think were the only two, unless I'm mixing it up with the Pittsburgh one. Yeah, yeah, the only Oilers goals. And So maybe I cursed the team when I sat down. But anyways, because my team won, we had a bye in the tournament. Uh, we didn't win the whole thing. We got second to my brother's team. But anyways, um, I was able to watch it. So awesome. So I was able to get notes, and I will get the review for the Sunday game too, because I was able to watch that one as well because I hurt my ankle in the tournament. So I had to watch church from home. So I had church going on my phone, and I had Warriors game on the TV. I have ADHD, so it kind of worked. I was able to get a lot out of both. Anyways, to the game, what you're here for, not so much me as my opinion on the game. So Oilers do start out well. Last couple games, meaning before the last couple games that I haven't reviewed, the Oilers had been doing much better in the first period, but had slowed down in the third period. So it was kind of an overcorrection of where they were slow in the first and heated up in the third. And I said it was better to be a good third period team than a good first period team. And this is one of the reasons why. Like I said, Edmonton starts out well. And in 29 seconds in, Draisaitl has a nice spin behind the back, no look pass to Ryan McLeod, who scores 29 seconds into the game. That's McLeod's 11th goal of the year, and he's assisted by Draisaitl and Foegele. And then the Oilers get a power play thanks to an Owen Power slashing call. 8 minutes in, the Sabres are able to kill that one off. UPL Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, I believe I've said that right, does have a phenomenal game. And then later, almost 14 minutes into the first period, Kulak is called for hooking. However, the Oilers do score shorthanded. It's Foegele, 14th goal of the year, and he's assisted by McLeod. So both of those guys now have multi-point games. However, they're not able to kill off the penalty entirely. Tage Thompson, who does feast on the Oilers even in a down year, scores. It's a power play goal unassisted, his 19th goal of the year. Period ends 2-1 in favor of the Oilers. Shots 10-7. Second period kind of comes and goes. There are no goals. But it does favor Edmonton quite heavily thanks to having two power plays, one 6 minutes in and another 11 minutes in. Thompson and Owen Power both went off for slashing and holding respectively. Oilers outshoot Sabres 14-6. So even though the Oilers didn't get any goals on there, part of it was a lot because of UPL in net for the Sabres having a great game. Still, you hope you score, so I'm not really excusing the Oilers, but the momentum was in their favor. Again, shots were 14-6 for the Oilers in that period. So it felt like the Oilers could still win. And hey, the Oilers are a better third period team than the Sabres are. But it didn't look like that game because the Sabres outshot the Oilers 10-7 in that period, including a game-tying goal by Bryson. His first goal in 68 games, first goal of the season. It's an even strength goal, unassisted. Good on him. And that was about halfway through the third. And we're going to overtime. And Oilers do not manage any momentum in there. They get one shot in overtime. UPL makes a good save. Skinner makes quite a few really good saves before allowing one with 2 seconds left in the game. Owen Power scores an overtime goal. He's happy. He's excited. Game over. Everyone's goes to their locker rooms. But as you probably know, that wasn't the end of it. It was called back for offside. It was a good call, and they come out on a shootout. It's like, okay, we can still win this. You never know what kind of momentum swing you get from that. If there was a momentum swing, it did not affect UPL, and it didn't affect Tage Thompson because once again he scores against the Oilers. He shoots first, he scores. Then it's McDavid. His shot is saved. Then Skinner saves Owen Power's shot. Then Draisaitl scores, so it's all tied. And then Tuck, he comes out and he scores. So UPL has to make the save on Ryan Nugent-Hopkins to win, and he does. Sabres win in the shootout 3-2. So it was a really good game. It is a little disappointing because you're losing to a team that is outside of the playoffs. But it is important to note that Sabres have been doing really well lately, which they tend to do really well when it's too late. And that's what they're doing again. And again, great goaltending on both sides, really. Shots were 32-27 in favor of Edmonton. Both goalies had some very notable saves. So no complaints there. Not too many complaints on defense, but both of Sabres goals were pretty talented. I think the issue with the Oilers was they weren't able to handle momentum. And once they lost momentum, they couldn't get it back. They were out-hit quite a bit, which doesn't always mean you're going to lose. They were out-hit 40-14 by the Sabres. But it does kind of put salt in the wound when you lose and get out-hit by that much. However, the Oilers did, I believe it's a franchise record. Yeah, it's a franchise record for highest face-off success rate. The Oilers won 79.6% of the face-offs, which usually means they win. They win quite a bit when they are in the face-off circle. But like I said, UPL had a great game, and the Oilers could not maintain momentum. And that was exemplified in the Oilers going 0-for-3 on the power play, but they were 0-for-1 on the penalty kill, though they did score on the penalty kill. Skinner was 25-for-27, excellent game. Not as excellent as Luke Conan's 30-of-32. 3 stars for me on the Oilers was not too many. There's not really any. Like, it's pretty obvious is what I mean. Skinner was your first star, in my opinion, and then it was McLeod, then Foegele. Kind of hard to choose between the two. They both had a goal and assist. Foegele had a shorthanded goal, and McLeod was a shorthanded assist, but I figured McLeod is slightly better overall in watching him and his, as well as his analytics. He did have a few more minutes on ice, but really not too much difference between the two's production today. Draisaitl did earn an honorable mention. He was 17-for-20 in the face-off circle. That's 85%. He has been one of the best face-off circle men in the league. So, as I said, to close out this video, any loss is disappointing. If we had lost the next game, I would start raising some questions, especially, even if it wasn't Pittsburgh, even if it was a good team, I'd start raising some questions, but we didn't. Spoiler alert, as you probably already know. So I don't really have any strong opinions on the game, except that the Oilers, just because you're having a good first period doesn't mean you could have a bad third period. And it's the same way when they were winning in the third period. They just kind of switched issues, and it's up to them to play a complete game, which they did 24 hours later, and that will be in the next video that I'll record right after this one. But until then, I thank you very much for watching and sticking around. I thank you very much for hopefully leaving a like if you think I've earned it. Please leave your thoughts if you got any. I'm happy to do all the thinking, but I would appreciate some other thoughts too. And subscribe would be very helpful for me, and I hope good for you too. And I'll see you when I see you.